Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Well, we've been talking with the refugees in Rivington. We just had an encounter with Orin, the Chosen of Baal, who is apparently watching us, and tried to talk us into going and killing a bunch of random NPCs. So far we haven't done much apart from enjoy the local color and the flavor of all the random little conversations you can get talking to the refugees who can be talked to. Now, this is colorful. Circus poster.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Circus is in town despite the refugees. Dribbles the Clown, though. Haven't these poor people suffered enough? Well, I'm going to have a quick conversation with my companions.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed. We need to stay alert all the same.
Let's see, the Sharn's using a place called the House of Grief as cover for their presence in Baldur's Gate.
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve.
Have you heard from Thaniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
So Baal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
Recall what you know of doppelgangers.
Shape-shifting monstrosities of unknown origin. Doppelgangers are unnatural predators. Their latent empathic abilities helping them to know, imitate, and eventually replace their prey.
You seem to have experience with doppelgangers.
This all begins to ring a little too familiar for my liking. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Baalspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that.
How are you faring without the Harpers?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
I'd like to hear more about those old days.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in. Ask it.
And nothing new there. Dead chicken. Still moving. Never dead chicken.
If won't get us fed and watered. We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was odd, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
Back off! I found these apples first.
Now it's mush.
This was a wonderful idea. You're no god. You're no
And never pathway leading down into the refugee camp.
State of this car. What were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
They just lining up and taking their fair shares. We had plenty for everyone.
Yeah, and I already know for a fact that Speak with Dead does not work on animals. Otherwise, I'd try and ask the dead chickens what killed them.
Times as it is. I can feel my face going flush.
Gur camp.
We shed tears today,
So we should do nothing.
so we may
Just
shed
wait for the
blood
next wave.
tomorrow.
You think you can just walk into our camp, present yourself to Alma, or leave?
Okay, just figuring out what the heck is going on here.
There are so few of us left. Our strength was never numbers, but the bonds we share. And Rechtei Hathran Rust.
Welcome, friend. You find us on a solemn day.
Why? What happened?
We underestimated an enemy.
Frey Valdiskdurovna. Frey Valdiskablast.
Our tribe left camp on a rescue mission. Only Alma and those you see here returned.
What killed them?
The wretched undead.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
I will say no more. It's not my tale to tell.
No. That shame is mine alone. We would not normally tolerate outsiders at a time like this.
Forgive me, I'm Matthias the Dastard.
The slayer of Ketheric Thorn. Well, these are strange times indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna try for false modesty. Yes, I killed Ketheric.
A fine trophy. Perhaps you would like to claim another.
Perhaps, what do you have in mind?
Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one, our whole future.
We are monster hunters all. Our purpose is to kill beasts like these. But in our haste to save our little ones, we were rash. We charged straight into an ambush.
They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the Slayer of Ketheric could.
See, this is the kind of quest I've been randomly talking to every single refugee hoping to find. I'll do what I can.
If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
Okay, Hasselin has been fired by the solemn farewell. I'm going to talk to the rest of the folk now.
Not stand here and
No screaming children. No laughter. No scolding words. There is only silence and pain.
That could almost be a haiku.
Our dead fought well. They died well. I hope I can live up to their example.
What will happen to them if we attack?
I share your fear. I pray you will succeed where we failed. Exterminate every last vampire parasite. They need to be wiped out. Exterminated.
To lose our children is a tragedy. To fail so utterly in saving them is something else entirely. Ulmer insists the tribe is not cursed, but I have my doubts.
We can do nothing for you here. All that is left is to face the beast, Cazador.
And groom my epic beard.
We should end it on our terms, not hiding in fear.
I thought I heard some kind of screaming coming from inside that windmill. Better, but not much. No kill like overkill. Abandoned windmill, but wait, there's a hatch. And we got XP for coming down here. And a mind flayer apparently sleeping it off.
Before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate.
Doesn't feel very fortunate.
Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on, kill it. Absorb its power. Just like you did before.
Yeah, I'll kill it, but I'm not taking its power.
What? No! I've had so little time!
And Enemy is surprised.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Can't give up.
Moving.
The creature was born recently. Its mind is still fresh. You can absorb its potential if you consume it.
Let's see, Trucial Aelin, your time has come. The absolute call is all faithful, and you have been faithful indeed. Leave your barracks, leave your armor, leave all insignia of rank behind. You're part of the Flaming Fist no longer. You have been a loyal Trucial. You have so much to be more. You will be one of us. Yeah, leave the brain behind, but that ring of truthfulness might be useful. Let's read Final Warning. This is notice to make the Nora pay off his debt lest his creditors oust him and claim the mill for themselves. And the only other thing is one squeaky ball.
Have to keep going.
Citizen, citizen, citizen. And it appears to be a blood trail going right through town. Refugee, refugee, refugee. Badger and Randolph. Okay, let's click on the named NPCs here. Let's start with this bunch. Looks like there's a Dragonborn.
I'm not scared of the authorities, but it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fist, right? There's no point arguing with the...
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly Dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead.
Hell. Not a romance I was expecting to see here, but oh well, and never a sign for the circus.
The Absolute Army is on our doorstep. You want to live? Get out of here before it's too late. The Absolute Army will be here any day now.
What?
Stop fretting. Mummy keeps talking about some army, but she won't tell me anything about it. I'm not a baby.
Would everyone please stop going on about the Absolute's army? Lord Gortash is going to sort it all out. You'll see.
Well, I just noticed something about this well, apparently, and murdered refugee. Another murdered refugee. Well, strikes me that this is an ideal time to bust out...
I'm ready.
Oh, but I left that necklace with Gale, didn't I? should still have a couple of scrolls of Speak with Dead on me. I said I should have some scrolls of Speak with Dead on me, but I don't.
Nature's servant awaits.
Still breathing, despite everything. What path lies before me?
As long as we're here, let's check in with the rest of the party.
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset, me.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
What were you hoping to find there again?
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. We'd like to know what they've done with it.
You'd part ways for the moment.
You're sure?
I am.
Later, then. I tell you not to get in trouble, but I suspect it will find you whether you like it or not.
Ain't that the truth?
Copper for your thoughts?
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
I mean, he's not wrong. Are you about Cazador finding out you're back?
I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike.
Sounds risky.
It's something of a gamble, true, but if I can win, if I can beat him, it would be worth any risk. So yes, I do worry about facing him. But if we can get his attention, finding the ritual's location will be much easier, and that could give me the edge I need.
And I don't know what ritual he's talking about, because I've barely been playing his storyline, but...
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Okay, what are the
Come
Selenites
to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most...
Keeping very well, I hope?
I'd like to know what happened between you and your father, Kefric.
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. This was lucky
Yeah,
for
we got
me.
this
She
one
felt.
before.
I understand. Then next time he told, I found love. By the time he's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. Look after my 100. She's a formidable woman. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror.
Oakfather preserve you.
I'm glad to have Jaheira traveling with us. Did you know her from before?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
You're an arch druid. What could you possibly have to learn from anyway? You seem to admire her greatly.
There is much to admire, judging by the stories. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Would she have helped the refugees? Defended the Grove? Controlled Korga? At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal.
Ah, there's my wand to speak to.
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
With pleasure. Lead on.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Not found. That's an interesting glitch.
Looking ahead.
Okay, I did have scrolls to speak with dead after all, but since I've come all this way...
Yeah, it was ripe with magic.
No one's stopped me yet.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be here in...
Okay, let's see if Wivers has anything to say.
Fate, dost thou require a new...
Oh, actually, it looks like we did have a new option
Fate,
for him.
dost thou require a
Where'd
new
Elbow
ally?
gone?
The girl has left to hew her own path. She left you a letter. Thou couldst read it, or thou couldst not. Such is the way of autonomy. Hast thou other business?
No. Let's see, the ink is still fresh and the letter is drawn in a careful hand. Hey you, so I owe you a lot. For one, I don't know what the inside of a snake's belly looks like. For another, you let me stay at your camp. And another, you found out my mom and pops. I'm on my own now, and Bowman says it's a good thing. I just have to let the weave guide me. As far as I can tell, it's tugging me to Baldur's Gate, so I'm heading there first. Anyway, thanks for everything. I won't forget it. We may see her yet again.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Light on my feet.
Well, there's Will.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. But Orin, she is beyond even Thorm. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next?
We're nearing the city. Are you excited to return? Reluctant? A little of both?
Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14, and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back?
Baldur's Gate's dear to my heart. Good to be here.
Wonderful, isn't it? Torril's history is written within our city's walls. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on Returning Day. The heady wines at the Elf Song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but it looks like we've picked up a new addition.
But please, don't look at me.
Uh-huh.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Only a truly callous heart could refuse. Besides, our little abode could use a child's laughter.
Yeah, I'm smelling schmuck bait. Yeah, probably going to piss everybody off if I say no, though. But yeah, we gave her money. She can take care of herself. I already told you no. No, I meant it.
But... All right, I'll go. But you'll see. You should have said yes. You'll wish you said yes.
Somehow I doubt that. But I've not lost approval with anybody, so... Color me shocked there.
Well, are we ready for the... As you wish.
Alright. So now that I've got my party for storming Baldur's Gate assembled, we're going to go ahead and stop here. And next time we will return to the well and see what we can learn from those murdered refugees. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave us a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue the adventure next time. Take care until then.